Good morning, everybody. I wanted to share with you a lot of embellishments that I have made from my most recent swaps I've been in. I was in a die cut swap over at Coffee, Cake, and Crafting. I was in another die cutting swap on another Facebook group. And then several people who I send cards to on a monthly basis have sent me some goodies as well. So I've spent the last 48 hours, I slept in between, but the last 48 hours making a bunch of embellishments using those die cuts up. Now, unfortunately, I just grouped them all together and I don't necessarily remember exactly who gave me what. I appreciate everything. My swap partners were in the Coffee Cake and Crafting group were Debbie Adams, Tiffany Russell, and Rachel Black. That's where the bulk of the items came from. Like I say, I also got some other items from another die cut group and some that have come to me from my card people that I send cards to. So first I wanted to start off with tags. So I made a bunch of tags. Just using them all up, and I'm just showing them here. I had a blast doing this, by the way, you guys. It was really, really fun. This one gave me a chance to use these little teeny tiny words that I had printed off of the another Facebook group site that had put them on there, and they're in several different colors. So that was fun. Love these die cuts. They're just great. That was the first group. That was the tags. Second thing I did is that since I am a card maker, I made a lot of card bases. Excuse my reach here. I'm trying to get everything. So I made a lot of card bases. And of course I did pull things from my stash as well. I just found this a really great way to get use out of the die cuts. Sorry for the autofocus. I'm new at this and I'm going to have to look into why it's doing that. Also tried to use up all of the packaging elements from the die cut swap. So if you're watching this and you recognize your paper, you'll see that I cut it up, made my card bases out of it. I took your trimmings off and added those to the card bases and my embellishments. I thought that was a really great way to make use of everything that was in the swap. Now this die, I believe, is the die where you are to put little things in here, stick little stuff in here, and I will be doing that. I just didn't know who I was going to be sending these card bases to, so I didn't know what I wanted to put in there, but I have them ready to go and ready to find something to put in there. And these boots are just darling, and I paired them with my spring market collection from Country Craft Creations. It's really great. So that was the card bases I was able to make with the embellishments that I got, or the die cuts that I got. Now here's what I call my flower doilies. And these die cuts came to me and flowers came to me and I put them together. And I use these a lot to embellish scrapbook pages, cards, all sorts of different things that I make, and I just love them. So I put these together and everything worked so well together in all of the swaps that I participated in. I thought that was really fun. Those are what I call my flower doilies. Also got two pockets, and I believe these pockets came from Rachel Black, if I'm not mistaken, and the tags, and so I put them together. And what I plan to do with these is, like on this one, and I believe actually this little embellishment here came from Debbie Adams, but showing that I'm going to use it to put a little gift card in. And I'll do the same thing with this one. I just didn't have a spare gift card as an example there, but I thought those were really great. I got a couple pillow boxes here. First time I've ever made a pillow box, so I thought that was really cute. I plan on giving some little goodies to my two ladies at work that work for me, so I thought that would be really cute. I'll put some little candies or something in there and give those to them. Also, I got a little bag toppers, which I thought was really great because I didn't have any when I started doing the swap. That was my first swap that I had been participating in, and so this is really cool. I got these little tag toppers, and so next time if I choose to do another swap, I'll be able to actually have appropriate packaging, so I really appreciate that. Some other items that I just made little embellishments out of. I got the coffee cups and the Starburst snowflake dies, and I just cut those out with a punch, cut the backgrounds out with a punch, and have those. And then made this one on a doily. And again, trying to use up the packaging. This was sent with the flower ribbons, I think, on it, and I used the background and put some stickers on it, and I'm going to use that on a scrapbook page for a birthday party. This one was so cute, this flamingo, and perfect timing. My granddaughter just had her birthday party with flamingo and lemon theme, so I'm going to be using that on a scrapbook page. I thought that was just adorable. Had some flowers come in and put those together, and I love doing flowers. I think you'd seen some of the daisies on some of the flower doilies I did earlier. And then I've just got these, and I will add these to my flower stash. I love flowers and embellish a lot with flowers, so that worked out really good. Again, using the packaging, I wanted to use up this pretty paper here, the tissue paper. So one of the die-cut doilies, one of the embellishments, again, I think that one came from Debbie Adams, and I don't know why it is so blurry. And put it on a straw, and I'm going to be using that just as a decoration for my house. I have a lot of decorations, paper craft decorations that I use. Same thing with this. This was the packaging on the front of, I believe, Rachel Black's package to me. So I removed that. I mounted it to a 6x6 piece of glitter paper I thought went really well with it, and I'm going to be putting that into a frame and using that as artwork in my office or here at the house. Also, Rachel Black sent this cute little Rolodex card, and I put her information on the back, and now I'm going to add that. I have a Rolodex already with people's names and addresses in it, and often send them cards, so I'm going to be using that in my Rolodex. I appreciate that. Now, one thing, I think it was Debbie Adams that gave me these corners. And I have a scrapbooking project that I am trying to scrapbook every county courthouse in America. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to go take all those pictures, but I have people that have given me permission to use their photographs. So I thought these were really cute. So she gave me 4. And since I have the little, always my page format is always the same for the courthouses, so it's just the same format, just the paper changes the border between the lower. It's kind of to resemble a wall with wallpaper on the top of the wainscoting and the wallpaper, and then I put the courthouse here, and I put the name of the courthouse here on this door. So I usually embellish this area more than the top area since it has the gavel cameo. So she gave me 4 of these, so I was able to get 4 pages, or actually she gave me 2 sets of 4. So I was able to use them here. And then on this one, using the black. And that. So those worked out really great, and I appreciate it, Debbie. Okay, so I had some stuff left over that I hadn't been able to use. So here are the leftovers. And a lot of these I'm thinking I'm going to be using on my camping pages, so that's why I didn't make anything with them. The window I will definitely be using. It's adorable. I'll be definitely using everything, but I just didn't have anything concept-wise to kind of put together in terms of a card front or whatever. Had some bows left over, some words. Love these fussy cut items because I can't fussy cut, so that is just like terrific. Some more here. Beautiful rose, love it. Again, I just didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with that, so I didn't want to put a card front together until I knew exactly like who I wanted to send it to, what sentiment, or if I wanted to put it on a scrapbook page. Love these delicate and intricate borders again. These are slightly larger than my standard card base, so I'm sure I'll be using them on a card more than likely. Also, if I do any mini albums, those would work well too. I don't do a whole lot of mini albums, but that's a possibility for those, but I will definitely find something. Had a few other things left over. I believe this item came, I believe, from one of my card people, so that was really cool. So I can't wait to do that. I love to color images, so that's going to work out really great. I definitely want to do a shaker card. These are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, but I have never done a shaker card, so I didn't want to start right now. I'm going to have to sit down and do that when I got time and the ability to focus on it and everything. And again, I believe Rachel Black sent me these. Can't wait to use them in a shaker card. This came from my one of my card people, and can't wait to use these. I had these tags, and I'm not sure where these tags came from. Used some of them with the elements that I had received, and will be using the rest of them either on scrapbook pages or on cards. And again, these die cuts, I didn't even take them out of the packaging to lay on the peepers over there. They are all florals, and I will be using them on a card front or on a scrapbook page or some other element. Love these. Received items in this envelope, which is really cool, and it's in perfect condition. Came with a big bow on it. I'm going to use this when I send out a 6x6 card. It's a gorgeous envelope. And I'm going to use this bow on probably a home deck item, along with that item here. I have a whole little section of home deck items that have a pink motif, and I'm thinking this will work really well on something in the future that I'm going to make and stick in that same area. So real excited about that. Had a few little things left over. Again, I believe these were from Rachel Black's. Loved her paper. Probably am not going to keep these for a Rolodex card unless I'm participate in a Rolodex swap and could use these as a base to do it. I just adore these paper. I will probably use it on a card front, covering up the Rolodex portion of it. And then this is a tag, and just didn't have anything that like worked for me right now to go with it, so keeping those, and we'll be using those shortly. Had a couple of stamped sentiments, and we'll definitely be using those on cards. Another bow. I used one on a tag, had one left over. We'll be using that. And then, like I say, I wanted to use all the trimmings. So this came, I believe, from Rachel Black. I think this was on Debbie Adams. So took them off the packaging, and I'm definitely going to be using this. I can see this again on a home deck item. That'll work perfectly. Here's some supply type items that were sent to me. Some beautiful pink glitter tape, some clothespins, whoops, and some baker's twine, some washi tape. All of those will work really well on something in the future. Probably I have a bunch of tiny clothespins, just like as home deck type stuff. I don't tend to put them on cards, so they may just find a place here in my house. Same with this one. I'm thinking that this and this item will go really well together, and I'll probably find a home deck item that I want to create to make those. So that all works really well together. Also, again, from the packaging. Hang on a second, I dropped them. From the packaging from Debbie Adams were these cute little brads. And very cute. And so I'm definitely going to be using those on something. And I am not sure if somebody sent me these items or not. I had put everything in kind of a pile, and these were in the pile. So I'm thinking somebody sent them to me, but I am not sure. First, I thought they were rub-ons. They're not. So I've been cutting them out, and I used them on a couple of things, and I'll be using more of them. So anyway, that's what I did with all the goodies that everybody sent me in the swaps. I really had a great time, and I hope this inspires you to use all the goodies that you got sent in your swaps. So everybody have a good day, and I'll see you soon.